Welcome to my attempt number, I don't know how many, to make a recap of yesterday's motion to dismiss hearing. I tend to go into shouty shout. I'm trying not to be shouty shout. Might be a bit shouty shout. We had the hearing to dismiss the charges against Karen Reed yesterday. AJ was the one presenting it. Bev started out like Bev does, Dragon Lady, claiming that the defense, of course, don't satisfy her and she doesn't believe them. In the end of the day yesterday, I think even Bev thought, oh my effing God, I can't cover this up any longer. Because what did we learn? Well, first of all, we learned that the defense is some of the worst people in the world because they besmirched the good name of Trooper Fanning. You know, the outstanding saintly cop who probably have God on speed dial because he's such a good guy. Well, maybe he has God on speed dial because God got a notice from Sandra Birchmore what happened and how Trooper Fanning did his investigation into the red rum of Sandra Birchmore and her unborn child by another trooper. Yeah, that saint, he shouldn't be besmirched in this court. Special Prosecutor Breenan went up there and he sounded like fire and brimstone. Oh, how could they ever mention this guy in a bad sentence? He was such a great guy. Take it up with Sandra Bird. No, you can't, because she's dead, and that guy didn't find that her murderer did anything wrong. Yeah, what an outstanding guy. He was the guy they talked about with the potential jury tampering. Well, it was not worded like that, so no jury tampering is being alleged by the defense. Bev was mad as all hell because it's an attack on her court, and it's actually one of those few things that can move her judicial immunity if she willingly participated in shenanigans with the jury. But I think the defense made clear what their problem was and then how they believed it because of statements made about Fanning. Bev was angry as all hell. I actually think in the end of the day, she also had that little But that was probably the worst part for the defense yesterday. The best part was they again and again and again reminded Bev of all the shenanigans that's been going on. Evidence not been turned over. Videos that looks weird. The constant gaslighting from the prosecution. And Special Prosecutor Breenan didn't do a good job to combat that. He did his, oh, we are the great guys. We are the white hats. We are the cavalry. Well, Special Prosecutor Breenan, the cavalry wasn't always the good guys. I think there's some people that would testify to that as well. And the defense, again, was super prepared. I really liked it. I was a little afraid when it was AJ who was the one to argue this. We know how Bev feels about him, but he was good. He went toe-to-toe with the dragon. She kept huffing and puffing. She kept interrupting, but he just plowed on. And Cinco estrellas to Miss Little. Every time Bev said, do you have the number? Do you have where you found it? Do you have a page number? Can you? She was just, I'll get it to you in a second, Your Honor. In the end, it was just like, I can get it from Miss Little. I can get it from Miss Little. She kind of treated her like a paralegal, but that doesn't matter. They were ready. This team is a great team. They have put together some very good and very niche-specific lawyers. And Miss Little was the star yesterday because she took all the poison out of Bev's fangs. Every time she did the, I'm going to interrupt AJ now, Miss Little was ready. She even started predicting when she would ask for evidence that, I have it here, Your Honor. And then AJ could just keep going instead of him having to go back and say, well, I'll have to look at it and lose his train of thought. Miss Little, here, Your Honor. A++, Miss Little. I wasn't the biggest fan during the first trial or before the first trial. Didn't feel like she was good in her argumentation. I feel she felt a little wobbly, but A++ on her performance yesterday. You took the fangs out of Bev, and I actually think because the fangs was removed from Bev, she started listening. I said it in my stream. The tonal shift from when AJ took the stand and she started yelling at him till after Special Prosecutor Breenan had made his, let's just call it absurd argument. You can clearly hear Bev must be thinking, at least thinking about it. Should she at least give them an evidentiary hearing? Because there were so many mistakes mentioned. Special Prosecutor Breenan didn't help. He stood up there and said, well, yeah, we did have the video, but Proctor hid them from us. The prosecution never knew. You just was read Rule 14A1A by the defense. That clearly states the prosecution can't use it as a defense that we didn't know if anyone, if just one person connected to the trial, have seen the evidence. And we know it has at least touched three hands. The guy who downloaded it, Bukaki, who delivered it to Proctor but absolutely didn't look at it, and Trooper Proctor. So three people have touched the evidence. You are on the hook, my friend. Massachusetts knew the evidence existed. Well, technically, no. You have to be doink levels of stupid to think that argument holds up. The text is clear. Any agent connected to the case. Well, they didn't know that it was evidence. It's not for you to determine what's evidence. You turn everything over. Well, they never asked for videos of the Sally Port. Did they know that you had videos in the Sally Port? Did the Commonwealth tell them, hey, by the way, we have videos pointed at the murder weapon. Do you want us to preserve them when you said preserve everything in this trial? Did you also mean pictures of the alleged murder weapon? Or did you only mean pictures that we took with a potato at Fairview 34? That argument is so stupid, even Special Prosecutor Breenan shouldn't try it in court. He did. I think that's why Bev started changing her mind. He also did something magical. He went through time. I've stolen this off of Olivia on Twit. This is a whole new video presented yesterday in court by Special Prosecutor Breenan. Notice when it's taken. The 1st of January 2022. To show how the video always captured inverted video in the Sally Port. Then look at this video. Again, this is a screenshot, so it'll be a lower quality. Well, the other one was a screenshot too, but this is played in court. The date down here is the 29th. This is when Karen Reed's SUV arrives in a Sally Port, where I still can't figure out why there is a car that's been in there and they sweep it up after they put the SUV in there. But if you look at these two pictures, one of these things are not like the other. One of these things is not like the other. It could be the way they cropped it, but to me, you have a wider frame on the good video. How come this video from when the car arrives is so much worse quality than this one? And the observant viewer already noticed. Look at this timestamp. Look how it fills up the crop here. And look at the color. Why is the formatting so different between these two titles on it? And why did they change the color of the video? Isn't that weird? Well, maybe it's a glitch in the matrix. No, because then we were giving this video to show that the other angle, this one was presented in court. Well, you can't see anything. This camera was on the fridge. Again, please observe the chyron on the picture. It's blue. It's placed in the bottom. It's yellow. It's placed in the top. There's nothing on the bottom. How come, first of all, these two chyrons change place? And how come Special Prosecutor Breenan, that you now have a video 28 days before you put the murder weapon in the garage? You testified it's being deleted every 30 days. Who went in and said, hey, Bob is going across the Sallyport. I will keep this video, and then magically remember it 3 years later when they need it in court to prove that we didn't tamper with evidence? How come you have that? How come you have this video taken 2 days before Karen Reed was ever a suspect in anything? Who is it that goes around and just clones bits of the drive, and then when you magically need something to prove that you didn't tamper with the evidence, it shows up? Special Prosecutor Breenan, I don't know who you hang around with. I don't know if you're the one who gave all the info about the Fed's investigations to Plevin. Someone at the police department must have done it, because the defense didn't know. And the Feds don't talk about it. So, ipso facto, someone leaked to the human thumb. I hope it's not you, Brennan, because you must be able to get better. At least Caffey Daffy can put a sentence together. But how stupid are the people who tell you this'll work? Haven't you seen the people on our side? Have you not heard about microdots? Have you not heard about Video Jesus? Have you not heard about Brandy Churchwell? Have you not heard about Olivia? People who are so invested that they for free do more investigating in this case than any of your troopers. And you try to do this to us? You try to move things around in a screenshot? You try to lie to misstate to the court again? Well, every video is rewritten every 30 days. But magically, I found a video that's even older than the Sallyport video. No yelly yelly. Are you this stupid? You don't even have the video that you claim you have of Yannetti making out-of-court statements. In this case, when Bev asked you about it, you had to stand up like a little schoolboy and say, well, I might have to correct the record, but I'll get it to you, Your Honor. You effing lie to her again. You should have some kind of ethical problems. Someone should have a good look into you and your conduct in this trial. And someone should be fired right now as the leader of that crapfest called the MSP and CPD. Because what we saw yesterday in the motion to dismiss is there is enough there, Bev. If you have the balls you should have, dismiss this case. And the defense gave you an out. And the defense gave the Commonwealth an out. They threw everything at the feet of Proctor. They went with the story that Breenan gave them. Proctor was the guy hiding all the evidence. Well, Bev, from a lonely baker in Denmark, who hasn't had a white claw in a long time, but still listen to me, girl. Get in here, girl. You know what, Bevy? Can I call you Bevy? The defense made it real easy for you yesterday. And the state actually also made it easy. Because both sides agree the bad guy is Proctor. Proctor was the one who hid everything. So if you dismiss right now, because the evidence was withheld from the defense, you save the face of Sweet Boy Lally and Special Prosecutor Breenan, because you give them an excuse. Think about it, Bevy. If you make a ruling saying, well, clearly this case must be dismissed because of all the tampering with the evidence, they can say, well, we still believe she's guilty, but Proctor is a bad guy. He ruined it for us. No X on anyone's faces but Proctor's. He's out anyway, Bevy. Come on, Bev girl. You know you want it. Swing that hammer for me, girl. Dismiss this trial. Blame Proctor. He's a bad boy. He wants unclothed pictures of you ladies. You're too classy for that, Bev. You don't want that kind of guy running around. So do what both the defense and the Commonwealth told you to do yesterday. Blame Proctor. Gavel him in. Swing that hammer, girl. Dismiss this case and let the defense yell about Proctor ruining the investigation, Proctor being the guy that makes sure that John O'Keefe will never have justice, and make Special Prosecutor Breenan stand outside the courtroom with a little schoolboy laddie next to him saying, we believe she's guilty, but sadly we were hamstrung by our own guy. It's the easy out, Bevy. If you do it, girl, you can go to the Cape. All of April is open. The sun's gonna come out, and you know what we say: sun's out, fun's out. Get on the clock.